about the belt for you?
No. I think coming into that last fight, you know, the biggest challenge was the weight. The weight cut was the biggest challenge, definitely. I didn't have to retain that belt, but I seen the challenge at hand, not only in such a great opponent that they put in front of me, such an experienced opponent, so many more fights, so much more experience, so from a different field of athletes, on a different continent, you know. And it was irresistible for any man that's a mental achiever or a striver in challenge. It was irresistible for me. But in the end, I didn't quite make it. You know, I think it was just a long stretch for me, a little too long this time, a little too far. But I had a good run at 61, and it was fun. It was good. The way that I was feeling last time on that night against Ben, it was a nightmare, and I never want to feel like that again. There are going to be things that life throw at you that are going to test you, you know, and it's how we come out of the tunnel, the other side. That's really what's going to determine how we are going to evolve as humans, you know, as people. At the time, you know, that loss, that seemed like a nightmare for me. But I didn't realise that minor setback was actually what's going to enable me to move forward in my future so positively. The fact of the matter is, it's our failures that actually make us stronger. You know, it's not our victories. It's gonna be hard. It's always gonna be hard. But I've taken them challenges now, and they're actually affecting me in my own personal life. You know, I think the greater you become, or the better you become, and the more it becomes a part of you, you know, you learn not only how to deal with these things as a professional or in the cage, or how you can deal with them the best way that you possibly can, but I'm learning how to deal with these in my life now too, because it's affecting that too now. You know what I mean? So I think I've acknowledged you know, how tough it's going to be, and I acknowledge that it is going to be. That's the profession I'm in. That's the life that I'm choosing to be in. You know, in your training, or in your preparation to your fight or your event, no matter what sport you're in, I mean, no great athlete or no one trying to be great is going to prepare themselves for failure. No one's going to prepare themselves for defeat. You know, no one prepares us. They're not the conversations you have in the gym. They're not the conversations you have with your partner. They're not the conversations you have with your team, your coaches. We're always constantly talking about winning. We're constantly preparing ourselves for victory. We're constantly preparing ourselves for success. So that moment that failure hits you, you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to react. You don't know what to say, what to think. You know what I mean? And everyone treats it differently. I guess it all depends on what that moment meant to you as an individual. You know, I like to hype not just myself, but I like to hype the promotion. That's going to benefit me. I like to hype my opponent. It's going to benefit me. You know what I mean? It's going to benefit him. It's going to benefit everyone. Things that I do aren't done just for me. It isn't a selfish act. It's quite giving. It's quite generous. I feel like I'm lifting everything for everyone, and that's why I do it. And whether people are gonna understand it or not, You know, I don't know. I don't know, but I am doing the mouth. I am being the hype. It's to get the people in the door, and it's to get them sitting down and getting them watching, getting them selling the show, you know. If they don't know anything about the fight game, you know, it's a different story. But it hurts me when these are people inside our scene. These are people inside our society. These are people inside MMA Australia, and if they can't understand that, you know what I mean? And it upsets me. It upsets me that they're gonna go and have a dig at things that I've said or things that I've done when they know exactly what it's for. They know the purpose of that. This is the way it is. I mean, people are gonna love you when you're up, when you're the king, and then, you know, they're gonna hate you when you're down. You know, but this is the game. This is the life that I choose. This is the life that I chose. This is the sport that I'm up to my nose in, and this is where I want to be, and this is what I'm going to do. It's only a matter of time before people start getting bored. They want to start seeing you lose, right? And I think every fighter is going to go through that. Every single one. And the people that are saying it now, or the people that are wanting it now, it'll happen to them. You know what I mean? They'll understand where I'm sitting now. They'll understand exactly where I am. I had my time off. Now I run away. I got out of here and I ran away, because we don't fight for anyone else. We fight for ourselves. I put my hand up for myself when I want to fight. So when I'm ready and I needed to go and I didn't know how long it was going to take, I didn't know what it was going to take to heal the wounds of war. But I went and I dealt with it, and in my time, when I'm ready, I would be back, and I'm here and I'm back. And I'm not saying I'm going to be the best. I'm not saying I'm going to take the belts. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to face my demons here. I'm going to rewrite wrongs. And I'm going to be better than I've ever been. I've experienced success. I've now experienced defeat. I've experienced strengths. I've experienced weakness. As a man in life, and as a man, as an athlete, and as a fighter, I've experienced both sides, both realms. I hold experience now. And now, out of all of it, I have focus. I have strength. I know exactly what I'm here for. I know exactly what I'm coming to do. And I've never been more sure. In every beginning there's an end, and in every end there's a new beginning. This isn't the end of my path, and this isn't the end of me. I've only just begun.